Everybody, it's Invictus. Time another need run near the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. I hope you had a great start to your Thursdays. And also a late Happy Mother's Day. I know it was like 5 days ago, but still, I forgot to say it on Sunday. So, for golf, Bravo Yankee Kilo X-Ray Romeo, and oh my God, this tiers rate 1.82 tiers. That's all you need to know. Once again, we're starting off with Tammy's Head. We're also starting off with a little portal, which is not a good thing. Main reason why I don't really like Little Portal is because you can accidentally hoover up some pickups that you're trying to get. Now, to avoid that, just don't double tap. But if you double tap, Little Portal, well, he usually goes and hoovers up stuff. But so what is the purpose of Little Portal? Well, he can make a room for you that is totally independent from your maps. It's a persistent room that you'll be able to access as long as you want, as much as you want, as long as Little Portal actually has enough charges. So if he hoovers up, I think 4 or 5 pickup items, he will make a room that you can enter in there, store stuff, and it can be somewhat useful if you have a reroll. And you take a bunch of item pedestals in there, like Moving Box. Moving Box with Little Portal is actually a pretty neat combo, but we don't have that. But the more immediate problem on this run is going to be the lack of tiers. 1.82 is absolutely abysmal. I know there's a Tinted Rock up there. There might be the secret room here. Yeah. Okay, I got some Yaves. So, yeah, we're going to need to get some immediate help on tiers. Ooh, and Green Dookie is not who I wanted to see. Thankfully, most of the Tammy's Head shots did hit. Tammy's Head is our active item, by the way, and that will deal an increased amount of damage in a multi-directional shot. And Papula Duplex gave us spectral tiers, which is nice. But as you can see here, and this is why Green Dookie is so dangerous, is that he can outgun you. Just from the sheer amount of flies, and we do not have the tiers rate for this. He's pretty much the perfect hard counter to what we have. So we lose the Soul Heart. I was forced to use the bomb that I was going to use for the Tinted Rock, and we get just another useless item here with marbles. Crystal Key might be good. We might have to immediately use store credit just to buy a bomb, as dumb as this sounds. Oh, silly me. There's no bomb available. So we are not going to be able to get that Soul Heart there, and yeah, that's okay. We thankfully got a Soul Heart. So what we can do, I can have Little Portal do that, and then he gave us the portal right away. We got a dice shard in here. So okay. So Sigil of Baphomet, we know Sigil of Baphomet is in here. This is the portal room. This room will persist for the rest of this run. So if we need to put stuff away, we can do that by going in here. Now, what's the big problem with this floor in particular is that it's in the curse room, so I ain't coming back there. Let's hopefully get our Soul Heart back here. I mean, we have to. I don't want to, but we have to. I really, really, really wanted a Soul Heart. We also swallowed store credit, so I guess that's a way for us to hold on to it, but yeah, this is a very, very not great start. And I am going to take the Crystal Key. Yeah, we'll just head on down. So there were no questions of the episode last week on the Shout at the Devil episode, which had the wrong thumbnail for a majority of the day, because I didn't realize that the title, for whatever reason, did not change on the thumbnail itself in Photoshop, even though I saved it and I uploaded it. So that was a little bit confusing, and I apologize to people who were confused by that. But what was there was everyone kind of listing off their favorite unluckiest Invicta Luck moments, and I'm going to go through some of them as we progress through this run. And the first one that was most upvoted was Paul's, who said, Sin's unluckiest moment was that Eden run where he only had 1 heart and he started with the box, and it had a super troll bomb in it, almost instant death in seconds. Yeah, that was a classic Invicta Luck moment that almost ended the streak, because Game, you really gotta stop throwing these troll bombs. I know you're getting off on it right now, and like it's great and all, but like that's 3 times now in this run that we've had a super troll bomb, mega troll bomb. Speaking of which, yeah, I do remember that one. That was one of the more infamous unlucky ones where literally it wasn't even like the run had started, and I had a chance to react or whatever. It was the moment that it started, the game spawned a mega troll bomb on me. We cannot go in there because it will literally kill us. So yeah, crystal key, not gonna happen. We don't have to use the chariot card right here. I can't believe the secret room is not there actually. Let's see. We had Reiner51 who said the unluckiest thing I've seen happen to Sin was at the start of a run. He started with a matchbook and 1 heart. The matchbook spawned a troll bomb right next to him. If he didn't move right away, Isaac would have died. I don't know if that's the same instance that Paul was talking, but I'm pretty sure that was the box. Now, it could have been the matchbook as well. I vaguely have some remembrance of that happening, so it could be right. I asked everyone to list their favorite unlucky Sinvicta luck moments to see if I can read them, or see if I can remember them. We desperately need a soul heart here. Game gave us one. And we would have to lose it in order for us to get the mystery sack, which I don't want. Anyway. I don't care about the mystery sack. What I care about is getting that tinted rock. Tinted rock. Trying to enunciate that a little bit better. Goddamn tinted rocks. Give me a tinted rock right over there. Super secret room might be there, but it doesn't take priority over a tinted rock. Jay's in Japan also said your unluckiest moment was forgetting that you had first penny and then accidentally picking up a penny in the devil deal or angel deal or something and then leaving an R key behind. I do remember that one. That was also very tragic. It's just one of those things, man. Like if I don't see it, I always forget. Just like PhD, just like Virgo, and I don't take pills. People are like, why did you take this? We need to go back and get we're not going to need the chariot, I don't think, anyway, on the boss. We do want to go get the dice shard so we can re-roll something. We have that judgment there. We might want to play the judgment before anything. I think what I'll do, I'm going to big brain this. Oh, no, actually, I can't big brain this because that wouldn't make any sense. Never mind. Don't listen to me. What I was going to say is I could bring the judgment in the devil deal, get a payout, and then if it's not something I like, I could roll it, but we won't be able to, without starter deck, we won't be able to have 2 at the same time. So, yeah. We did get the compass thanks to store credit. All right. This is not who I wanted to see here. Dangle is a bad matchup for us here. Everything is a bad matchup for us with the tears rate this low. I am happy that we got some kind of damage upgrade here with Small Rock. And it did kill our movement speed, obviously, but we needed to get damage. Now, if we can end up getting something like the 4.5 volt or the 9 volt, that would go very nicely with Tammy's head, but we don't want to put the cart in front of the horse right now. We just want to stay focused. Let's get this devil deal and then move beyond that. Try to take a dirty angle there. Please, you have no HP. Thank you. Speaking of the box, I'm going to leave that just in case we don't roll the devil deal. And we do get Ouija board, which is going to be a nice tears up. I mean, anything for tears. Now, I'm not going to take the box because I'm going to go to my previous plan, which is going to be using judgment. We can get a payout, hopefully, inside of the boss room, and then roll the 2 if it's not something I want. Now, I will admit, if it's just a regular old basic HP upgrade, I'm going to take it. And I might save the dice shard later. Let's see. The dice shard being used here is all dependent on what judgment gives us. Yeah, so I'm going to take the basic HP upgrade. Yeah, I guess it's not worth the reroll. We could, I mean, we could get a tiers upgrade. The box, if we, the dice shard is also a D20, but it's more valuable as a D6. We'll just take it. The dice shard's too valuable to waste on the box. It's not like we're not getting anything here. The Emperor card's valuable, but not better than what we got right now. Sorry. Oh no, Crystal Key versus Mom's Pearl. I'm gonna keep Crystal Key. Crystal Key has some maximum value that we can get out of it. And then with the bomb, the super secret room is here. Okay, hang on a second. We're not done yet. Get a luck upgrade. Very nice. Ooh, wow. Okay. That paid for the HP upgrade. I'd be tickled pink if we get another one here. Linger Bean actually did some surprisingly good work for us the other day. So I'll take Linger Bean. Linger Bean. And these are the real, finger air quote, real world scenarios that you have to kind of figure out and suss out on your own what's more valuable, what's not. Determining the speculative value of a future play is very, very important in Isaac. Okay, we swallowed the Crystal Key, which is fine. Let's go. We might as well try to swallow Mom's Pearl now. And we did immediately. I think IV Bag's better than Tammy's Head here because that allows us to get into, into and out of curse rooms for free. As long as we have red hearts. But there's so many ways, of course, Curse the Blind. There's so many ways we could have gone on that, though. I could have used the Judgment card inside the Super Secret Room and then played both Judgments and also got an IV Bag and then re-rolled those. We know that this is going to be the virus, so there's no danger here. And we desperately need the movement speed back. Crystal Key gave us a red door, and I got to be careful about going in there. So obviously with Curse the Blind, this floor is kind of a wash, so we're just going to head on down to the next floor. May started off pretty hot, but lately has been pretty trolly, not going to lie. Linger Bean, by the way, will drop just random fart clouds that will slowly gravitate towards enemies. Yes, I am using bombs to destroy the little flies because corn flies are real bad. And so is our tears rate's not terrible. 2.92 is fine now. It's passable now. But it's certainly not the tears rate that I want to be on for the entire run. I got stuck on the corner. And that's the kind of dumb damage you cannot take. You should never take dumb damage like that. And anyway, people are like, "Oh, how can you get stuck on the corner? Literally just move." You'd be surprised how easy it is to get caught on corners when you've got 1,000 things that you're looking at. You slightly overestimate or underestimate your movement. No, you overestimate your movement in one direction and then find out that you didn't go far enough, and that's how you get hit. It's the level of sloppiness that is not acceptable. No. Have the golden bomb, so of course we're going to take full advantage of this. There's no reason for us to go into the shop. I'm not going to take a. I'm not going to take an item except a soul heart will be fine, I guess. Looking for a nickel there. And you're seeing how much use we're getting out of these golden bombs, really kind of trivializing a lot of the lore for us in the best way possible. Here we go. I'd like to get the stars card, but we've got this dice chart here, and the future plan is going to be using this in a devil deal. Now, we do not have enough HP for me to safely take blind devil deals just to see what they are. That's why it's good to get pretty adequate at using golden bombs for offense. We didn't have to worry about a devil deal anyway. We get Squeezy, which is another big tiers upgrade, so we are slowly recovering, but surely recovering our tiers rate here. Sometimes there's a tinted rock in here. Most of the times there is, but sometimes there's not. And yep, head on down. Back to back, Curse the Blinds. All right, so we're in full troll mode now. Got it. Back to back, Curse of the Blinds. Forgot that I didn't have a golden troll bomb. Kind of on tilt right now, honestly. I mean, it's just such a middle finger to the player. If you subscribe to the idea of no blind items, but my point is for this, because it's been hotly debated over the years as people watch my videos and they don't agree with my takes on certain things in Isaac. But my argument is this. In the idea of we don't take blind items, why give the game a chance to screw you and end your run? You just got to tough it out. You got to outskill and outperform the game. Just because, like, oh, well, you know, it can't be that bad. And then that's when your guard is down, that when you least expect it, that's when you're going to lose. And I am unwavering in that stance. Don't give the game a chance to screw you. It already screws you enough with Curse the Blind. So why give it a further chance to screw you? It's good damage there by the eyes. Actually, Peep got charmed and the eyes were doing friendly fire damage to him. So nice to Venus. We didn't get a double deal anyway, and we get another HP upgrade, and we'll just keep going. Lloyd Irving. Sorry, Lloyd Irving. It's all the names are written in one word. So Lloyd Irving said, I think your unluckiest moment, I don't even remember what the episode was since it's been a while, was when you found the super secret room and were super excited because it was the 9 to 10 red chests. You accidentally composted them. If I remember correctly, you were also one-off Guppy and didn't get it in that run either, lol. I do remember that one. That was a more modern run. I do remember that one. So on a run that had back-to-back Curse the Blinds, it's no surprise that the game made us wait all the way to 4-5 for our next guaranteed devil deal. So obviously we can use the IV bag to get into the curse room, but I'm going to be taking Shoop to Whoop. This money is no longer a viable strategy here because we are not going to see another store on this run, I can tell you that. Secret room might be there. I have to see the other rooms though for confirmation. Vibrant Bulb. We don't have an active item that has a charge, so it's not going to do anything with IV bag, but it will with Shoop to Whoop. It'll give us a nice little burst of stats with Shoop, as long as it's charged, and then when it's not, then we just lose the stats. So using iframes here to hit the Mimic chest without taking any penalty on the Soul Hearts. So thank you to Mr. IV Bag here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to burn. We got 4 bombs. I'm going to burn the last of our red hearts here with the IV bag and then pick up Shoop. If we need more money, we can come back to it, but we probably won't. All right, Shoop. So you see all our stats going crazy over there. That's from Vibrant Bulb. Now, what a smart player would do would be to use the pickups that we're not going to be using anymore and putting them in Little Portal's realm so we can keep them later on. Like, I can't get these, so we can do something like this. Little Portal can grab them. And then if we were to see something on this floor that we like, but we can't take, like an extra card or something like that, we can just go to Little Portal's dimension and then just keep it in there safely. That's what a smart player will do. Well, will I? No, it's too much micromanagement. Active items on active items in our item room and in our red room and everywhere. So these are pretty much going to be the stats that we're stuck with for the rest of this run. I know there's a tinted rock here, but we're full on HP, and we've already gotten small rock. So unless it drops a golden chest, that'd be the only reason to bomb that. Unless, of course, we take damage, then get lucky penny here. I feel like messing with the spikes. We get another red room. Ooh. Cracked Crown doesn't give us as much stat ups as Vibrant Bulb, but it does give us a more permanent stat up as long as we're holding on to it. If we swallow it, even better. Now, if we swallow both Cracked Crown and Vibrant Bulb, then that would be a huge boost to our DPS. Reverse Moon card. That's a funny game. We can put that in Little Portal's realm, I guess. Unless we get a Krampus fight here, I don't see any scenario where we don't use the dice shard on this floor. We just need to get the... Well, no, we can't get the Fool card. Yeah, so we're going to have to put... We're going to have to put all this stuff in Little Portal's realm. Oh, another tinted rock here, too. Yeah, there's the realm. Now, if we get an HP upgrade here, this is going to be good because we can play this Temperance Machine and swallow Cracked Crown as well as Vibrant Bulb. There we go. Nice. That's what we needed. Not you. You're never needed. Residual Baphomet. We can preserve our Reverse Moon card here. Soul Hearts, we don't really have a need for, which is a good problem to have, of course. Dice shard, we're ready to go for that. Let's drop this dice shard here because undoubtedly we're going to have to come back and drop some more crap over here. Let's grab the Vibrant Bulb for now. And so yeah, so we get a large amount of stats. What Cracked Crown does is it boosts all your stats that you've already increased. And because Cracked Crown does that already, and then we take Vibrant Bulb, it's going to boost it even further. And we have Soul Hearts, so I don't mind doing this. It'd also give us the chance to swallow Vibrant Ball, which would be fine. So we're kind of sussing out a strategy here that is working. Bob and weave, Isaac. Bob and weave. Okay. I'm sure we saw the Tinted Skull somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh, what am I talking? Is this only Depths 1? I thought we were on Depths 2. I don't know why. Well. Man. Yeah, left hand's been showing up, but not today. Let's just grab this Soul Heart and not get hit by the spikes or the spiked rocks. Then we will grab the Dice Shard. Unfortunately, we can't transfer Soul Hearts or anything like that. Let me just make doubly sure we're not forgetting anything. If we can swallow Vibrant Bulb, that'd be great. Sitting here talking like, oh yeah, you know, we're about to be in, we could have had a chance for boss rush and stuff, and then like, nope, we are only on Depths 1. All right, and it's Little Gish. Back-to-back Curse the Blinds into a static boss is yep, I'm fully expecting an XL floor in the womb. Look at Linger Bean go. No reason to use Shoop to Whoop here. We're not gonna be able to kill him. I'd rather just have the stat ups. Get a little Gish. We get Black Judas. Backstabber has to happen. Black Judas doesn't, but just in case, I'm gonna take him. And I'm not going to wait for the game to give me another opportunity to reroll. Get 9 lives is totally fine. And, sure, Little Gish you can come too, I guess. Okay, so we don't have to worry about dying. What I should have done is I should have turned into Black Judas first. And then taken 9 lives. That's still an option, but it's going to be a roundabout option for us, but... yeah. We'll use a little portal to hoover up stuff that we don't want or need. We don't have the IV Vag anymore, so we have to go pay the Soul Heart Piper here. So happy that we got Backstabber. Secret room's probably there. No, it's not. Wow. A very high percentage wall right there. Backstabber, of course, if we hit something from what is perceived to be the behind, we will do a bleed attack that also deals a percentage amount of damage to enemies, which is very nice. When I say perceived to be behind, because it never looks like that we're hitting something from behind. It just looks like we're hitting them. The side, the front, doesn't really matter. The game kind of mixes it up, you know? This is what it does. The charm effect is throwing me off here. Man, these item rooms have been legendarily awful. Also, hey Crystal Key, have you taking a day off today or what? You were working like clockwork, and now all of a sudden, there's our Fool card that I thought was on the last floor. I got stuck on the rock again. This is a run that is a challenge. The secret room should be here now. Should be. In the old shoop de whoop, we get Steam Sale, which is going to reduce the cost of items in the shop. Now, Blank Card and Fool, I don't care about, but Blank Card and the Ultra Secret Room, the Reverse Stars card, I'm curious about. We get the 4.5 volt, which is actually better for Shoop, so maybe we won't do Blank Card. Booster packs, just super awesome booster pack. Oh, great booster pack. It's actually great for what we have right now. A Reverse World card, which is a guaranteed crawl space. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. I'm not gonna use it with Blank Card. Double our bombs twice if I really wanted to. There's no Sacrum Shuffle here. Who are you? 9th card. Sackhead's probably not a good buy here, but we'll take it anyway. Oh, that was a charge key. Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher's kind of meh. Diamonds. What's the cooldown on the Ace of Diamonds? 6. See what else we can get here. Draw and Mr. Me. Honestly, I think that Shoop de Whoop still clears Blank Card because of the fact that we have 4.5 volt now. What we can do is do this though. Let's see. Let's go get some stuff that we don't want. Trying to think outside the box here. I was lied to. I was told there's gonna be a bomb in here, game. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We can do this. We have a bunch of red hearts, right? Then we can bring the Ace of Hearts in case we need soul hearts. We can create hearts in there. It's gonna be kind of a pain because we gotta walk all the way back over here. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to drop it in here. No, you stay with me. Then if we need the Ace of Diamonds, if like for example, if we have a Judgment or something that needs to be played for whatever reason, we have the ability to turn those hearts into diamonds if we don't get like a bunch of soul hearts from using the Ace of Hearts. Now, will I forget about all this stuff by the end of the run? Yes. Am I acknowledging that now? Yes. Are people still going to chastise me anyway? Yes. And then we just take the Fool card. We might as well bomb one of these for a chance at the Devil Deal, but we've already been in there, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Making plays with Little Portal. So you see the potential there, though. Like, there are plays to be had, right? It's not a garbage item. It's just a very time-consuming item. That you occasionally will have it accidentally hoover up something that you don't want it to. Look at the charm effect from Venus just tearing up this room here. We almost got a full charge back from Shoop to Whoop just on a single target. That one wasn't quite as good. And 4.5 volt is what's charging these, is giving us these charges on our active item. Shoop to Whoop. Yeah, it was definitely the best. It was definitely the right call there, keeping him up with Shoop instead of going blank card. The Gian game said, or Gaian game said, the most unlucky moment I remember, I think I've seen you hit 3 Curse of the XLs in a row some years ago. Hard to beat. Yep. I do remember that one. It was back to back to back Curse of the XLs. You can imagine how happy your boy was. Knowing how much I absolutely hate Curse of the XL, you know I was super duper stoked about that. Oh. Apparently opening up a sack means that we just do the room anyway then, huh? Well, we got a red door out of it. Okay, so we swallowed Vibrant Bulb now. All we have to do is just go get our Sigil of Baphomet, and we have kind of a Pika run going. Get a penny for our troubles. By God! I do not remember the last time we had an actual stat up in this game. And I'm not counting the fluctuating stats of the Vibrant Bulb either. I'm saying a true blue, we just get a stat up. Ooh. That Shoop is clearing right now with 4.5 volt. So what we should try to do is try to get access to the portal realm so we can grab Sigil of Baphomet and then swallow it here while we have this Temperance Machine. I think that's a good plan. And again, what's enabling all of this, surprisingly, there were the 2 items that I was least excited about, which was Little Portal and Marbles. And now look at us. Lo and behold, the game put us in a position where we have to use what was given to us, and that's what we're doing. You gotta find a way. Somehow, some way, you got to dig deep. I don't know what voice that is. I don't know who that is. T-Dog said, question of the episode. I guess there was one down there. Got buried. Question of the episode, since you're working out again, what are some of your favorite healthy meals to eat? I don't like eating healthy. Chicken is the answer. Chicken and fish. Give me chicken or give me death. As far as like meals are concerned, I've been lately eating like just chicken and potatoes. I'll have grilled salmon with just salt and pepper and like a little bit of butter, and have a light serving of French fries, not a lot. My go-to. And then like I also like to snack on I don't know if I'm weird for doing this, but I also really enjoy like tuna snack packs. You know, the ones that just come in, like, I think Starkist or Bumblebee or whatever. They have they have this just pouches of tuna. I just eat those right out of there. I'd much rather eat a bag of that than have to prepare this fancy dish or whatever. Sometimes I'll make like tuna melts and salmon patties. For tuna patties, I just use a can of tuna plus some cheese, whatever cheese you want. And the healthy version, you're supposed to use oats, just regular old whole grain oats, but I don't like to eat that healthy, so I'll use saltine crackers and 1 egg, and it's just 1 can of tuna, 1 egg, however much cheese you want, and some crackers for binding. And then all you do is just mash them all together and put them in a patty, and then you just pan fry them. A little bit of olive oil or butter or whatever you want to fry them in, and that's it. It's a pretty keto-friendly snack. Salmon patties are one of my favorite things to eat, and because they're super easy to make. And it's literally the same thing as the tuna melt patties, except I don't put cheese in there. It's just salmon, but saltine crackers or oats, depending on how healthy you really want to be for fiber. And add one to 2 eggs. Sometimes for a whole can of salmon, of pink salmon, I'll do 2 eggs, just because I just like eggs. But it also kind of binds a little bit better. It doesn't dry out and stuff, and they cook a little bit easier. So those are some of my go-to healthy protein snacks or dinners. Godspeed, sure, why not? Strength card could give us an extra HP for a devil deal. That's not going to matter, but I will use the strength card for the devil deal, or demon judgment, I mean. And we get euthanasia. We don't really have to swallow Sigil of Baphomet, I guess. Because we've already swallowed all the other trinkets we wanted, so yeah, it's fine. The shield that you see there is coming from Sigil of Baphomet, which will activate whenever we kill anything. Now, if we had my shadow, then, brother, talking to a happy man right there. Get a red door. Now, these red doors can and will be off the map sometimes, so you got to be careful of that. If it extends past the map's reach, you will go into an IM air room guaranteed. And if that happens, then, well, you risk losing. You risk ending the run soon, like early. Woo. There you go. The Sigil of Baphomet shield does stack on itself. It can be extended if you have Golden Sigil of Baphomet, which is like the dream, along with my shadow. My shadow. Is Tool considered dad rock? We've been having a dad rock discussion on stream. Has it got to the point where Tool is considered dad rock? Someone said Chevelle is dad rock, and I don't agree with that. I was never a huge Chevelle fan, but they've got some good songs. Definitely not a Chevelle hater. Double Soul Heart here. This Key Beggar is way more active than the other Key Beggars we've had this month. Someone said the same person did say Rage Against the Machine is dad rock, and I agree with that. I've never been a huge fan of Rage Against the Machine, but again, they have some good songs. Chevelle just seemed a little wrong to me though. They are kind of an old band though. And then I thought about Tool. I'm like, well, Tool to me never seems like dad rock. But like Nickelback and like all those, I won't go into another Nickelback rant. I'm not a fan of the band. I think that they're a lame gimmick band. What was the term that I coined for them a while ago? It was like stripper band or something. Like the type of band that writes songs just so they're played in strip clubs. You know, it's like that. Like classic rock. Classic rock is just not something that I've been a huge fan of. And I've gone over that before. Like Aerosmith, I absolutely do not like AC/DC at all. I actively dislike that band. Not because I think they're bad musicians or anything. I mean, they're all way better than I will ever be, but I just don't like the sound of their band. And their songs are just kind of just not doing it for me. Same thing goes for like Aerosmith. Even Guns N' Roses, although Guns N' Roses they do have a lot of songs that I've listened to, I'm definitely not a fan of them at all. At all. You know, then there's like I don't even know what to call them at this point. Classic rock or even like oldies, like Beatles and that sort of thing. I've never been a fan of the Beatles. Never listened to them all that much. The one classification I will accept, though, even though I don't like saying it, it's kind of true for dad rock, is Metallica. Because all the dads I know love Metallica. And I'm not a dad, but I also, of course, love Metallica. But I will begrudgingly accept that they are definitely considered dad rock as a correct definition of the term. Getting Soul Hearts out the wazoo here, thanks to Mom's Pearl. So in order for us to go northeast, we have to go south. Is that what you're telling me here, game? Look how far Isaac's room is. I think like heavier bands of Metallica that were from that same era, like Pantera. And you think like, is Pantera dad rock? Could be. No, we're done. We're done with this. This cathedral is way too big. Way too big. Hey, we swallowed Sigil of Baphomet. A totally planned move, of course. The reverse justice card will give us extra chests when we get to the chest, which will be relatively soon in this 49-minute, 17-second run. It's been a journey on this run, but at least I decided to properly showcase some of the things you can do with Little Portal, which is more than I can say that I was planning on doing for this video, but it turns out we had to do that. And also turns out, shout out to the Marbles, for hooking us up fat with some of the good trinket smelts here. Woo. And staying with Shoop to Whoop with 4.5 volt was absolutely the correct call over blank card plus whatever shenanigans. The only way that I would have stuck with blank card in that scenario was if I had an Emperor card, which we had it on floor 1, but we don't have it anymore, obviously. So Vibrant Bulb and Cracked Crown really working in tandem with each other here. Helping us get some stats anyway on a very, very, very stat light run. All right, let's see what we get. We got 3 extra chests, and it had Eve's Mascara in it. Eve's Mascara is going to kill, absolutely destroy our shot speed, but we get more damage. Fettuccine said, question of the episode, any good, healthier pasta options for someone who's looking to eat better but loves their pasta? As someone with the name of Fettuccine, I would assume that you like your pasta, and I unfortunately cannot give you what you're looking for. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not in shape. I've never been good at recommending diets and stuff to people. I just kind of eat what I know is good, what I know is bad. So I wish I could help you, but any advice that I would give would be not backed by any sort of education or certification. So please don't take offense to that. But there's lots of low carb options that you can go with pasta. There's like wheat pasta, which is nowhere near as tasty as like egg noodles and stuff. But if you're looking to up fiber and make it slightly healthier, then you can do that. In general, pasta can be okay for you, but overall, unless you're doing like a carbo load or something like that, you're not going to be You're not going to be eating too much pasta if you're trying to lose weight. But if you're just looking for healthier options, you can just switch up the type of noodles. The nice thing about pasta is that it can go with anything. You can put chicken on it. You can use fish. You can put it on casseroles, and you can eat it with bread if you wanted to. That's a lot of carbs though, but yeah, I would say try some like whole wheat noodles. That might be something to look at. But again, don't take any of this with as church, please. Again, I'm not a nutritionist. I barely keep track of my own nutrition, so. But it's the stuff I've tried in the past. So thank you for watching, everybody. A very long journey here, but thanks to the combination of marbles and little portal, we made it happen. And smelting those trinkets really did make a difference here. I was hoping it didn't, but yeah. You got to do what you got to do to win. Happy Thursday, everyone. Here's your screenshot of the day submitted by Loud Salamander 1197. Title thread was thanks Invicta for showing us the GOAT combo. And then in the thread, they said delirium twitching in the screenshot, lol. Yep, it's good. I wish we had that on this combo. That's for sure. That would have been real nice. I mean, yeah, I could have turned into Black Judas, but that would have taken all of our lives and taken a lot of time. And we were having a good conversation, just kind of sussing out some strats. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Remember, the comments help out a great deal with engagement, everybody. And of course, if you also have hype points from liking earlier videos this week, you can feel free to use them on this video or do a coordinated mosh pit attack and hype up one particular video per week. That also helps out a great deal. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hyping. Have a great Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Connor Malloy, Andrew Fluitt, and Steve with a Lisp. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.